What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another awesome video. My name is Dustin and this is my beautiful wife, Ashley K. Brown.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be answering Google's top personal questions. Dun dun dun. You're gonna get to know us a little bit better today, a little bit deeper level, so that's exciting.
All the hidden secrets.
The ins, the outs, the DNA dynasty, Dunkin' Donuts. I didn't know I was going with that. Like, I was gonna say like secret nuggets, you know, but how to make it. Dunkin' Donuts. DNA dynasties. Dang.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna keep going. Anyway, just pretend we said something cool. Do you have any regrets?
Any regrets? Me personally, just wishing I met you earlier.
Oh my gosh!
But on a real note, that is a real note actually. But besides that, any regrets? The one regret that I do have is I wish I did play rugby in high school.
Really?
You told me to, yeah. I wish I did.
Wow.
Just because I look back and I love sports and I played football and I loved it. I feel like it was just because I was training all summer for football and doing all that, and finally getting done,
yeah.
I was just like, oh, finally. You know, then after school I can kind of do whatever I want and, you know what I mean, not have to go to practice or games or anything like that. But honestly, looking back, I wish I did because I never played rugby. But it's really fun,
Yeah.
you know, because we've, you know, kind of played it together with just some of our friends. But yeah, I wish I did play.
For those of you that don't know, I played rugby and Dustin played football, and for a while he was like, oh yeah, I think I might want to try rugby, it'd be fun. And I was like, yes, like goals, we'd be a rugby couple, that'd be dope. And I'm like, that'd be so cool. But anyway, I would tease him a lot and be like, oh, you have to wear pads to get it and stuff. And so it just ended up never playing, and so that would have been really cool. But do you have any regrets? So for me, obviously there's things that I've gone through and situations I've been in that hurt at the moment and they sucked, and at the time, did I wish I was not going through them? Yes, absolutely. I feel like everyone does, but I feel like there's always a lesson to be learned, and that you know, you go through things to become stronger, and they make you who you are today. So do I have any regrets? Probably not, just because, you know, I wouldn't be living the life I am today if I hadn't gone through certain things that I'd gone through and had those experiences, you know, and you can help other people through those when you've lived through them a lot easier. So yeah.
It's awesome.
Do you ever feel some people would be better off without you in their life?
Absolutely not. Oh,
Heck
awesome.
no. What do you mean? Like, have you met us?
We're pretty cool.
Definitely not. They'd be worse off. Like, if you know us, blessings upon blessings in your life. Oh my god.
We're actually really humble, okay?
Yeah, we're just...
No, I mean, I feel like we always try to be like positive and uplifting and encouraging.
Yeah.
So I feel like, to be honest, like, in my personal opinion, like, we're good company to be around. Like, we like to have a good time and like to do things and interact and
we're not perfect, but we always strive to be better. I feel like if you feel like people would be better off without you in life, you need to look yourself in the mirror, because that means you just feel like you need to change in some way. So just look yourself in the mirror and just become better. Or if it's a confidence thing, just know that you are absolutely amazing and you were born for a reason. You have such a big purpose and so much light to give others. There's no one else out there like you, and so you have so much to give. So don't ever feel like people would be better off without you. You're amazing and we love you.
Good answer, baby.
Thanks. It's true. All right. Do you resent the way you were raised? Your parents are watching this. You should be careful.
Okay. Do I resent
the way you were raised?
No, Not at all. I feel like it you know, it taught me a bunch of different things, and you know, seeing that, you know, there's nothing wrong, you know, parents, you know, they have their different reasons, but seeing my mom and dad, you know, I've never seen them actually together. You know, I mean, and I don't want to say like, oh, it was hard. Like, my life was like really, really good. My dad and mom both took care of me very well and always made sure I had what I needed and everything like that. But I've always just kind of always wondered what it'd be like living with a mom and dad, right? So I think it kind of just set me a life lesson that I knew, like, going into it, like, once I get married, like, that's final. I'm not, divorce is not even in the question. You know, and I want to have, you know, my wife with me, you know, raising our kids together, right? And I love my mom and dad to death, you know, I mean, and you know, it just wasn't meant to be, and that's totally fine. So I don't regret it at all, you know, but it just put me, you know, in this, you know, learning situation, like, hey, you know, I love that, but, you know, I want to have it this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For my kids.
Yeah, I don't regret the way I was raised at all. I think I'm pretty freaking fire of a person. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound so cocky in this. No, I don't regret the way I was raised. We really can't speak on it because we haven't had children. You know, I think we all go through a time where we're like, why are you doing this? Or, you know, I'm gonna do this different. And that's just because everyone's different. And that's your right. You can take what you've learned and what you've been taught, and you can make your little switches and stuff like that. But no, I think I turned out to be a great human, and I think that your parents do the best that they can to raise you the best that they can in the best ways they can. You know, I'm sure it's hard. Already being in a relationship, you have to be so selfless and think so much less of yourself, and you know, adding kids to that just requires more time, more effort, more money, you know. So at the end of the day, I think your parents love you, and I think they're doing the best they can with what they can, and yeah, I don't regret the way I was raised at all. I think I turned out pretty awesome. pretty
You're
awesome.
pretty awesome.
Oh, thanks, Maggie. Oh, you're pretty awesome too. All right. Do you hold any grudges against anyone?
Any grudges against anyone? I personally don't anymore. I used to, but I've learned to forgive and, you know, kind of, you know, just kind of let go of it instead of living in the past. You know, just live in the present, right? And plan for the future and set goals. And, you know, when you live in the past, you can never move forward. So I was just like, you know what, look, I'm just gonna forgive them and, you know, just move forward and, you know, move forward with their lives.
That's great. I love that. Yeah. Exactly what he said. I was thinking the same thing. You know, if you're living in the past and holding on to the past, you know, the only person that's hurting is you. Just know if, like, forgiveness and allowing someone to play a big part in your life are two totally different things. You can forgive someone and still move forward and not have that negative influence in your life. But I wouldn't say I hold a grudge with anyone. No, I'm pretty forgiving, and yeah, I think that's the best way to be. You know, it could really tear you down and have you still be living in the past too. So yeah. I liked your answer. That was good. I totally agree. Are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on?
Man, I think we're totally opposite on this one. Me personally, just the way that I am, conflict, I do not like it. Like, I just don't. Ever since I was a little kid, my dad would literally just have to raise his voice at me and I'd go crying in my room. Like, I just did not like being yelled at. I did not like conflict at all. But I've gotten to a you know, stage in my life, you know, with this awesome girl. She's a little fireball and don't take crap from nobody. Even if they're 6'4", 280 pounds, she can be like, what did you say? I'm like, first off, you need to calm down. I'm going to get my butt whooped because of you. But anyways, sidetracked.
Sorry.
You know, I've learned, you know, not to, you know, people kind of push me around and, you know, hold my, you know, my morals and values and my boundaries, and, you know, having a backbone and standing up for myself a lot more than I used to. Because I think there's a healthy balance of, you know, just causing conflict, you know, without having like, hey, you know what, I'm going to be mature about this, take a step back. just kind of reevaluate the situation, just be the bigger person, right? There's also in instances, you need to put your foot down, and not be kind of pushed around and you're just like, hey, I'm setting this boundary right here, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think, me personally, I try to avoid conflict. I'm more on the not conflict side, but I will if I have to. You're just straight conflict. Maybe you won't be, but you could go ahead and answer that yourself.
Okay, on the flip side, yes, I've worked on myself too, and again, just like he mentioned, we've balanced each other out, but I'm definitely the one to voice my opinion. Say something when I disagree with it, or argue it, or, I'm not afraid of conflict at all. I am the exact opposite.
You'll speak your mind, you don't care.
But I think there's a huge difference. I've learned to, be very open-minded and kind of just see things from other people's perspective rather than just fighting to fight. Maybe some people are going through things, where you're faced with confrontation, and, sometimes it's easier to just let it go or listen or, not hold on to that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Not always kind of jump the gun, just take that step back and you're like, okay, let me.
Yeah, I've definitely always been the hard charger, always speak my mind, but sometimes it is better to just, let it be. You never know what other people are going through. You always want to make sure that you are treating people right, treating them kindly, even if you're not, because I used to be the person that's like, fight fire with fire for sure, so I feel like we've grown in that area. We've definitely balanced each other out, and we get to hear the opposite perspective in situations where I'm like, say some, and he's like, maybe they're going through this, or maybe or it's all good. That has been like our motto for a long time. Like good. If we find ourselves, because we're not perfect by any means, if we find ourselves either starting to get involved in gossip or starting to find ourselves being negative or talking about a situation, we just end it with, it's kind of a safe way to end the conversation without being like, you should stop being like that, by just being like, it's all good. So we say that all the time. It's almost a habit now. We're just like, you know what? It's all good. It's all good.
Just move forward.
Situation's good. Let's move on. So hopefully, I feel like we went on a tangent with that one, but hopefully you heard our hearts and that made sense. Do you prefer people shoot straight with you or temper their words?
That's a good one. Me personally now, I'd rather someone just kind of be straightforward with me rather than try to beat around the bush. Just because I've been coached my entire life, playing sports, and I'd rather just have it, hey, straightforward, this is how it is, this is what we need to do and get it done.
Yeah.
Rather than just kind of beating around the bush, it's like, hey, just let me know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. I think you can be straightforward by also being kind too. I think it's just all about how you say it. And I would rather people be straightforward. I think that makes them a good communicator, and I think that allows for other people's voices and stuff to be heard too. But again, you could do it in a kind way rather than just, so. Yeah.
100%.
If you could eliminate one weakness or limitation in your life, what would it be?
One weakness. I get sidetracked so much. Like literally I could be doing something that I'm like, woo, way over there. So just being able to stay on focus on like one thing, that'd be awesome. I literally could be in the middle of doing something that I get sidetracked and forget about I was ever doing that. It just go right out my mind, and then I'm focused on that other thing, and I'm like, oh snap, I totally forgot about that. Or I'll leave something out, and I'm like, what the heck?
A weakness of mine, I would say, is probably patience. I feel like I'm pretty easygoing and laid back, but at the same time, like, I'm very strong-willed, and if I want something done or want to do something, I want it done then. And so I'm very like, like for instance, like if he says we're ready or like let's go and I'm at the door waiting and he's still doing all these things, my patience is out the window. I'm like, yo, like let's go.
Because I forget my
Yeah.
sunglasses, or then I'm like, oh, the car keys. I need the car keys. Oh, we need a water. So
I still need to put
water.
shoes on.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, you know what? I need to brush my teeth real quick.
Yeah, or oh, you know what? I need to hit the toilet.
Yeah.
I'm
hey,
like, are you serious?
just saying, it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so probably patience. I feel like that's one of my weaknesses sometimes, you know. I can be impatient, but
That's funny. All right, one more.
what small things make you happy?
Small things make me happy. You want to go first on this?
Absolutely. I know what small things make me happy. Honestly, it really is little things in a marriage. Me, my personality, my love language is quality time. So I love just genuine quality time. And that's not just being in the same room as someone. That's like being intentional with your time and really setting aside time to talk to someone. I love to conversate. I love to have conversations and just talk about the future and talk about certain things. I like to do things together, hands-on. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Those things make me very, very happy. They just mean a lot to me. You know, if I'm talking, someone's not sitting on their phone or anything like that, you know, I just love full attention, quality time. That makes me happy. And then, of course, I love the little things he does for me, too. Like, I hate driving. I hate it. I just have no interest. I mean, if I could drive however I wanted, maybe that'd be a different story. I'd be mobbing the streets, you know, but going as fast as I want, driving however I want, that'd be a different story, but I really don't like it. And so, you know, he always drives for me, and, you know, he just does it, and it's so sweet. And then he's also just like the cook of the family, and he always makes me dinner, like always. And I am so grateful for that. So just those little things that you do to make my life easier, or the things, you know, that I don't necessarily love, whether you love them or not, you do them, and that is amazing. I love you so much. Thank you for doing that.
No, I love you too. So what small things? Yours are so good.
Thanks.
I didn't even think about those for what make you happy.
That's because they don't
Honestly,
make you happy. They make me happy.
Well, physical touch is my love language. So I love like when you give me like a small little back massage when we're watching TV or something like at night, or scratch my back or playing with my hair. Oh, that gets me. I love it so much. That puts me to sleep. Yeah, just like little things around the house that you do that may seem very simple, mundane, like just cleaning up. You know, if I cook dinner, you'll go and, you know, clean up the dishes and clean up, you know, my mess. I'm a messy cook, so I get stuff everywhere. So she'll clean up after for me, so I don't have to do that. And yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, doing other things for the other person, you know what I mean, just being selfless, you know what I mean. And I think as long as you do that, if you make sure you fill your significant other's love tank, you know, through their love language, then yeah, I think we're always going to feel loved and appreciated. And yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. Thanks, babe. Love you.
Love you too.
That was so nice, guys. He's the real bro. He's the real
bro.
MVP. He's the real. Look, guys, we're matching. We didn't even plan this today.
I know, I put on my white Nike shirt.
Nah, he copied me. Don't let him fool you.
Whatever, I got dressed before you. You copied me.
Alright, guys, this was super fun. Let us know if you wanted us to do a part 2, because there's like a whole list of questions.
Absolutely.
And like, I just love this kind of stuff because it's just deep. It's quality time. Yeah, so.
Quality time talking, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I really like this. It's fun.
It was great.
Well, awesome, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and then we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.